89 WLS.
Whether it happens in Chicago or around the globe, be the first to know about it. Text BREAKING to 68683 and get breaking news alerts. 89 WLS.
John Cass, Lauren Cohn, 89 WLS. You know, last week, or I think Sunday, wrote a column about the outfit, the Chicago outfit. An enforcer, I guess we'll call him, named Mario Rainone, who's famous for many things, including once he was on a mission from the outfit, and he looked into the shadows and saw two very scary guys, Willie Massino and Rudy Frada, waiting, and they weren't supposed to be there. So he ran to the FBI. His mom's house was bombed, and then he stopped talking. And now he's facing 15 to life. And the question asked in the column, in Sunday's column, does he know anything about the death? Could he help police and law enforcement solve the murder of Charles Merriam, 1987, November, the Standard Oil, Amoco oil executive who was embroiled in a series of disputes with some gas station owners who were believed by law enforcement to be running, using their gas station as fronts for bookmaking and other and loan sharking operations. And he started arguing with them, and then the next thing you know, he answers the door on November 4th in the evening and gets two in the chest and one in the head. So does he know anything that could help police solve this case? And on the line is one of the top criminal defense attorneys, Joe the Sharp Lopez. Joe, are you there?
I'm here. Good morning, John.
Good morning. And
all right.
Good morning, Joe.
So, Joe, is Mario listening today? I know he likes to listen to the column.
Mario should be up I'm by the MCC right now. I'm looking up there on 23. I can't see through the window, but I'm sure he is listening right now.
And so I know that he's a big fan, so why don't you tell us, Will, do you think that Mr. Rainone could help the FBI solve this case?
Well, I would imagine that he might be able to help him solve a lot of cases, but his lips are sealed, and he's not unsealing them. So I guess the answer to the question is no, he's not going to help them with anything.
Well, I know, but you're not inside the facility facing 15 to life. The guy just did 15 years.
That is true, but he's a tough old bird. He's got a good mindset. Saw him yesterday at the MCC. He said he was extremely thrilled that you gave him a shout out the other day.
Just as long as I don't see him on my porch at 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay.
Lisa and I did everything we could last week. We had a lot of good ideas. We did what we could with the jury, like you said. We did everything we could, and they convicted him. So,
Joe, for people who don't know, and who I'm sure everyone read the column, but for those maybe one or two, people that didn't, your client was convicted of a gun possession case, .357 Magnum, and the federal authorities had the gun, and they had your client, and the rest was, fait accompli, as we say in French. And so now he's facing 15 to life, and you're coming out to tell us, to broadcast this on 50,000 watts, kind of a shout-out to everybody who might be listening, including Mario, but maybe he has friends too, right, who might listen to the show?
I'm sure he's got some friends who are loyal listeners and readers of your column.
And so you're telling us that he's not going to talk?
No, he's absolutely not. His
What?
lips are sealed. He's not going to talk. That's not his thing. Did he tell you I ain't no beefer? He told you that.
Yeah, he told me he was no beefer, but remember, he also did kind of beef a little bit against Lenny Patrick and others before his mom's house was bombed.
Well, they call that dry beefing, so
that's dry beefing is when, for our listeners, dry beefing is when you beef on somebody who's already dead, basically, right? Although Lenny Patrick wasn't dead, right?
No, not yet.
And then there were...
but Lenny did kill a lot of people.
And then the wet beefing would be, like, say, if he knows any people, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it out there, like Does he know any maybe former police officers or little guys, people who stay quiet in the shadows? He wouldn't say anything about them, huh?
No, not at all. We plan on doing the sentencing. Lisa will prepare a nice sentencing memo for him. We'll ask the court to give him the appropriate minimum sentence and do the appeal and see what happens.
What is the future, Joe? We're at 591-8900. What's the future of... Is there a Chicago outfit left?
Well, you'd have to ask the feds that.
What do you
think?
They
have the answers to everything. I don't really express my opinions. I'm not in a position to give an opinion about my clients, so... I
didn't ask about... I just asked in general. I didn't say that you were an outfit lawyer. I just said, is the outfit still viable in Chicago?
Well, I can't answer that question. You'd have to ask the FBI agents what their opinion is. They're the ones that make that determination.
So, in the minute we have left, your client now announces on WLS that he's not going to speak through his counselor. And
that is correct.
That's like a little message to the FBI, like, I don't care what I read in Cass's column, I ain't beefing, right?
Well, and when they see my name associated with the file, they know that it's not going to happen. I don't have the reputation of representing stool pigeons, thank God, like some of these attorneys do.
But if he would, there's no statute of limitations on murder, is there?
There is no statute on murder, absolutely not.
And somebody killed, and it wasn't an accident that Mr. Merriam was shot once in the head, twice in the chest, November 4th, 1987, as he answered the door of his home, correct?
I don't know who shot that man.
But do you think your client does?
I don't know if he knows, and I'm not going to ask him because I don't want to know.
Thank you, Joe.
All right,
One
John.
at a time. Thanks a lot, man. I'll see you.
I'll talk
Joe
to you
Lopez.
later.
That was an interesting interview, eh, Lauren?
Yeah.
John Cass.
Absolutely.
Lauren Cohn, how you doing? We're back with news. First, we'll have news with Ryan Burrow after this.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.